There are so many delicious options when it comes to eating gluten-free. Today we're going to show you how to make apple crisp by using gluten-free oats and graham crackers for a topping that complements the apple filling. I'm back here in the kitchen with Chef Robert Landolphi. There is your cookbook right there, gluten-free baking. Nice to have you back here.
So nice to be here.
So gluten-free eating is we hear it a lot. Why don't you explain to our viewers what exactly that means?
Sure. Those people who are requiring a gluten-free diet are either diagnosed with celiac disease, or they might have like non-celiac gluten sensitivity. So no matter, you have to avoid wheat, barley, and rye in your diet. And there's no cure. So it's strict adherence to the diet and you'll be healthy.
And it seems like there's more options these days than there might have been.
Every time you go into any grocery store today, they actually have aisles with signs now that say gluten-free area. So it's come a long way in the last 10, 14 years. My wife was diagnosed back in 2000. It's so much easier today than it was back then.
Very good. And we can have nice desserts like this.
Beautiful desserts. And what we're going to do today is we're actually going to do a graham cracker apple crisp. We're using gluten-free graham crackers. And basically, this is like a lazy man's apple pie.
I love that.
A lot of people don't like to do the crust. So what we're going to do is, if you could just peel that apple for me. That'd be great. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the topping. And what I'm going to start off with is this is actual gluten-free graham crackers. And what I'll do is I'll put a little piece there for you that you can try.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to add those into our food processor. We're going to put a little bit of brown sugar in there.
That tastes just like a graham cracker.
Doesn't it? Exactly like it. Now I'm using oats. Now the thing about oats you have to remember is you have to buy certified gluten-free oats. Okay, not all oats are gluten-free. I'm doing a little bit of brown rice flour and a little bit of potato starch. Instead of all-purpose flour.
Got it.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to process this up. Just give it a few pulses. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add in our butter. Now you can do two things. Here I'm using a non-dairy butter. I'm using Earth Balance. But if you wanted to use butter, it's perfectly all right.
Okay. What is the Earth Balance? I see it in the grocery store all the time.
Earth Balance is a blend of different oils. It's usually a blend of, it could be olive oil, canola oil, soybean oil, things like that. But what's nice about it is if you have a dairy allergy, it's a great way to avoid the dairy. And it actually has a nice buttery flavor.
All right.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is that looks good. You're just about there.
I'm trying. I'm like moving in slow motion here. I'm really good in the kitchen, Robert. There you go.
That's perfect.
You can get half of it.
This works. I'll just show you how to cut it. So what we want to do is you just want to take it and you just want to slice it up basically into about quarter to half-inch dice. It doesn't have to be exact. And what I'm using here is I'm using a blend of apples. People always ask, well, what kind of apples are the best for apple pie or apple crisp? You want a sweet tart apple, and you want something that's hard, not a soft apple.
Don't get too mushy, right?
Exactly. So what we're using here is we have Golden Delicious, we have some Fuji's, Galas, and Granny Smiths. And feel free to use a blend, you know, and get the different flavors, different tartness, different sweetness. A little bit of lemon juice in here. We're going to put a little bit of sugar, and you notice I'm not using a lot of sugar. It's only about a tablespoon because we used a lot of brown sugar in our topping.
Okay.
Cinnamon, and this is a little bit of nutmeg. Okay. What I'll have you do is just stir that up.
I could do that.
Right now I have our oven. It's preheated at 400 degrees. Okay. We're going to take our baking pan. We're just going to give it a spray. If you wanted to butter it, that's perfectly fine too.
All right, is it difficult or expensive, rather, to eat like this, would you say?
You know, if you asked me that question, again, 10 years ago, I would say yes. But what I found is a lot of the gluten-free flours, a lot of the gluten-free products, there's so many gluten-free companies out there right now competing that prices have really dropped over the last few years. But what we're going to do is we're just going to put our apples right into our baking pan.
Great.
And then we're going to just take our topping here, and we're just going to put it right on top. And I'll show you what we're going to do. Just going to take it. I'm just going to sprinkle it right on like so.
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy. And I'm telling you, you're not even going to notice the difference. Brown rice flavor, what's nice about it, brown rice flour actually has a nutty flavor. Whereas if we were using all-purpose flour, it wouldn't taste like anything.
Yeah, great.
So we're just going to put our topping
slightly, right
on like that. And we're just going to slide this right into our oven for about 25 minutes.
Great. We have a finished product over here already. It looks fantastic. A little whipped cream on top,
What we did is, we did a little bit of whipped cream, and then we'll take a little bit of cinnamon, just sprinkle it right on the whipped cream there, and you're good to go. If you wanted to do these in individual,
that's fun too.
Yeah, you could actually put the apples in, put the topping on, and then if you're doing a dinner party where you actually wanted to serve the dessert, it would be perfect.
Very nice. Well, Robert, we'll have the recipe on WTNH.com. Just click on Style. And where can we find more about you?
You can actually go to my website, www.glutenfreechefrob, and if you're interested in my book, you can go right to Amazon.
We'll find it there. Thank you so much
for
being here.